Morning Maine.
Today on Good Morning Maine, a man from northern Maine is now charged with murder following the disappearance of his girlfriend.
Plus, the latest from Augusta, where gun control is one of the hot topics being considered by lawmakers.
And a local organization is helping people with substance abuse issues with much more than just a place to live.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for joining us. We'll have all those stories and much more coming up this morning on Good Morning Maine. We thank you for joining us. But first, we're going to start with the forecast. And again, sounding like a broken record for what is it, like the third week in a row?
Yeah, I feel like
that.
At least today it's raining fairly.
Boy, I'm like way taller than you right now. There we go.
Okay. Good morning.
Things right.
Yeah. Here's Devin Biggs with the
more
forecast.
More rain on the way.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Tuesday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Marilyn Monroe Spas. Sign up for your VIP spa membership today and access exclusive members-only services and benefits. It's the perfect gift for the summer. All right, here we are. So we're talking about plenty of advisories this morning. We have aerial flood watches in the northwestern parts of the state dropping later today at around 10 p.m. Also, dense fog advisories lasting through the morning period further off to the south and west. And, of course, issued as well, we do have some small crowd advisories also posted until 8 p.m. Wednesday evening, though, because the wave heights will look to get active moving forward. Let's talk about the fog, though. It's kind of hit and miss, though, depending on where you're at. Some areas seeing at around 3-mile visibility. Other spots like Augusta not looking very great either, but other areas not too bad, at least at this point. We're watching showers and even some thunderstorms that are developing this morning. So some of you may have experienced a little bit of a rude wake-up call with a little bit of lightning developing with some of these showers and thunderstorms moving in. We'll keep this going throughout the daytime period, though, with more waves that will be moving in from the south, going toward the north as this system continues to move in. So we'll keep an eye on this as it develops throughout the daytime period. So moving forward for today, more scattered showers and thunderstorms possible. Some dry hours included as well. But as we head towards your Wednesday, we'll be watching for more action that will begin to move in. As for the wind, not too bad yet, but we'll be watching for the winds increasing throughout the day with gusts up to 25 miles per hour in a few spots, with sustained winds maybe up to 12 to 15 miles per hour in a few areas. Hourly forecast for the rest of the daytime period showing showers and thunderstorms arriving later on again. Temperatures reaching for the 70s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
Governor Mills is asking President Biden to declare a major disaster for parts of Maine affected by the stormy weather. The storm from April 30th to May 1st brought heavy rain and wind that created flooding and thousands of power outages. It did nearly $3 million in infrastructure damage in 8 Maine counties. The governor requested the president issue the disaster declaration for counties including Kennebec, Knox, Somerset, and Waldo. That would free up federal money to help cover the cost of storm damage. Kennebec County received the most damage with a price tag of more than $500,000.
Well, meanwhile, in other news, an Aroostook County man has been arrested for murder in connection with the death of his girlfriend. 39-year-old Jamie Schackenberg was arrested by Maine State Police at around 3:45 Monday morning at his School Street home in Monticello. He's charged with murder in the death of 42-year-old Kimberly Hardy. A state police spokesperson says the two lived together at that School Street home. Hardy was reported missing by her mother back on June 18th. She had not been seen or heard from since the 16th. The investigation into her disappearance led state police into an area of the Harvey Siding Road where a body was discovered by a Maine game warden. The spokesperson says evidence response teams continue to investigate several scenes. The body will be taken to the office of the medical examiner in Augusta, where an autopsy will be performed to determine an identity and a cause of death.
There's new information about a police shooting that took place Sunday morning in Bangor. Bangor police say officers were called to 438 Finson Road shortly after 3 a.m. Upon arrival, officers engaged with an individual who reportedly had a knife. Officer Bobby Lee Gillespie discharged a weapon, and according to multiple sources that were in earshot of the scene, 3 rounds were fired. Bangor police say the person wielding the knife was taken to a local hospital for non-life-threatening injuries that were unrelated to the officer's use of force. Gillespie has been placed on administrative leave. The Office of the Attorney General is conducting an investigation of the incident.
Meanwhile, the person who died in a fire in Lincolnville over the weekend has now been identified. A spokesperson for the State Fire Marshal's office says crews were called to a fire at 11 Miller Town Drive a little after 9:30 Saturday morning. The front of that home was fully engulfed in flames when they arrived. The Lincolnville fire chief says they were able to knock down the flames in about 10 minutes. That's when they found the body of 75-year-old Fritz Trisdale while searching the home. Trisdale lived alone in that residence. The cause of the fire is still under investigation.
Gorham police are looking for a man who's considered armed and dangerous. Around the University of Southern Maine's Gorham campus, Gorham police have named the suspect, 31-year-old Ryan Ramsey. They say last night, Ramsey called police around 7:20 and told them his plans to shoot a family member, saying he was walking around the woods of USM's Gorham campus and did not want to be found. Police say he has a gun and is considered dangerous. Yesterday, officers blocked off a large area around the campus to search, but they couldn't find him. Last night, 2 nights ago, USM closed its campus, telling anyone on the campus to shelter in place. Gorham police say the area is no longer locked down. However, the search for Ramsey is ongoing.
People should be alert, and if they happen to come across this particular individual, immediately call the police department and we'll respond to deal with the incident.
Police say Ramsey admitted to using meth, OxyContin, and heroin. Officers say Ramsey has a shaved head and brown eyes with a Christian cross tattoo on the inside of his left forearm. Police say he could be wearing black clothing and a camouflage hat. The university campus has been reopened. However, USM police continue to patrol the area. Anyone with information should call the Gorham Police Department.
Well, the Speaker of the Maine House has been targeted by an abortion opponent who let flyers in her neighborhood calling her a, quote, baby killer. Several organizations are now condemning this amid an intense debate over expanding access to late-term abortions, particularly in rare cases of a fatal fetal diagnosis. Brad Rogers has more on the story.
This is the anti-abortion flyer someone circulated near the Portland home of Speaker of the House Rachel Talbot Ross, calling her a baby killer.
It's offensive, looks like a very thinly veiled attempt at intimidating the House Speaker.
We won't show you most of what was said in the flyer, but it was in opposition of the governor's bill Speaker Talbot Ross is sponsoring to let physicians decide when an abortion is necessary, not lawmakers. Supporters say it's a law that would only be used in rare cases of a fatal fetal abnormality or a pregnancy that risks a woman's life.
Our view is that if you're facing that kind of a situation, it should be left up to you and your medical provider and the institutions that are responsible for overseeing the provision of medical care in this state.
The Dobbs decision by the U.S. Supreme Court upheld a Mississippi law and overturned Roe v. Wade. As a result, 20 states have now banned or restricted abortions, and those who oppose abortion aren't stopping there.
The people who left those flyers clearly have a great deal of intensity.
USM political science professor Ron Schmidt says the Dobbs decision has fueled the intensity on both sides of the abortion debate.
If anybody thought that the Dobbs decision would quell debate over abortion policy in the U.S., they were completely wrong. In fact, emotions are only riding higher at this point.
The concern here is language like this may lead to violence.
We are seeing attacks not only on abortion access, but attacks on access to contraceptive care, all forms of sexual and reproductive health care.
Lawmakers remain focused on hot topics such as health care and gun control. With the current legislative session soon coming to a close, our Matthew Duronsik spoke to lawmakers about what they were able to accomplish and the work that still needs to be done.
Throughout this year's legislative session, Democrats and Republicans in both the House and Senate have been fighting tooth and nail in order to pass bills benefiting Mainers. Republican Representative Jack Ducharme says this year's legislature's statutory adjournment was set for June 21st. He says there's much work that needs to be done even though they're past the date.
A lot of the debates on the floor end up being we propose our position, or we try to support our position, and the other side supports their position, but it changes no one's mind.
Others say the extra time has been worth it.
You know, I think that it's gone very, very well. I serve on Health and Human Services, and that's where we've seen really good, positive work for the people of Maine. And we've worked really hard, and we've passed some really positive bills.
Both lawmakers say there are still important measures that need to be addressed.
We've proposed at least 4 or 5 different bills to provide tax relief. We found the money, and then they said, no, I guess not. We're not going to do that. So it's clear to me that the majority party has no interest in doing any kind of tax relief for hardworking Mainers.
We've heard lots and lots and lots about workforce and how we don't have enough nurses, how we don't have enough EMS people, we don't have enough police officers, and so we want to bring more people in, bring them to Maine, particularly young people, to grow Maine and improve our economy.
In Augusta, Matthew Juroncic, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
A bill that proposes an expansion to background checks for gun sales in the state has narrowly passed the House of Representatives. However, it faces an uncertain future. With a 69 to 68 vote, the House has passed a bill sponsored by House Speaker Rachel Talbot Ross that would expand background checks to private firearm sales, transfers, and gun show deals. Many Democrats claim the bill is an important step in controlling potential threats.
This is a really important measure that will really do a lot towards closing this loophole that we've had in our background check law with private sales. It doesn't prohibit anybody from buying a gun. It doesn't stop the transfer of guns from family members or giving a gun as a gift. It simply says that if you want to sell a gun to a private individual or you want to buy a gun through Uncle Henry's or something like that, you need to have a background check.
Many Republicans claim there's no need for the bill to become a law, with some even claiming it's an unconstitutional infringement on their Second Amendment rights. The bill now goes to the Senate for more consideration.
Prostitution is getting partially decriminalized in Maine. Governor Mills signed a bill into law that decriminalizes engaging in prostitution, meaning the sellers won't be penalized, but the buyers would be. Pimping would still be against the law as well. The bill also toughens penalties for child sex trafficking or soliciting a child for sexual exploitation.
The Maine House has voted in favor of a bill to ensure 16 and 17-year-olds can receive gender-affirming hormone therapy without parental consent in some situations. The bill, approved by a 73 to 60 vote on Monday, allows teens to undergo treatment without parental consent if they're diagnosed with gender dysphoria, are experiencing harm, and have received counseling. It now goes to the Senate for debate. Both chambers already voted to enshrine in a law a requirement for the state's Medicaid program to cover gender-affirming care. This bill comes as a growing number of states seek to ban such care.
Maine is being awarded more than $271 million to expand broadband access. Senator Susan Collins says she received the news yesterday morning. The money comes from the bipartisan infrastructure law. Collins says it will support Maine's goal of providing universal broadband access throughout the state. In a statement, she said, quote, "From spurring job creation to supporting telemedicine and education, the internet unlocks almost endless benefits and possibilities. I co-authored the broadband section of the law to help bridge the digital divide between rural and urban areas, and I'm pleased that this funding will help make Maine historic investments to extend its high-speed network to ensure families have a reliable connection to their loved ones, co-workers, schools, and medical services."
So very important, especially for people living in rural areas that
Absolutely.
needed to do their business and other things.
Yeah, I think the pandemic really revealed that for kids in school especially.
Yeah.
All right, the time now is 6:13. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, we'll hear from a local organization that's giving new hope to those who are struggling with addiction.
But first, another check of your weather forecast. Scattered thunderstorms expected today, along with a pretty much a rainy day. The highs will be near 71 degrees. More scattered storms overnight with lows in the low 60s. Tomorrow, another rainy day on the way with highs near 69.
It's not easy to bring up why we're here.
Ralph Yarl, the teen who was shot after mistakenly going to the wrong house to pick up his siblings, shares his story for the first time.
Were there any words that were exchanged before he shot you?
This morning, only on GMA.
ABC7, Fox 22, Red Rabbit Bazaar, and Ruth and Wimpy's want to send you to see the Tedeschi Trucks Band with special guest Ziggy Marley, live in concert Wednesday, July 5th at the Maine Savings Amphitheater in Bangor. Sign up to win tickets by registering at Red Rabbit Bazaar, Queen City's clothing market located above the Grindhouse in the heart of downtown Bangor, and Ruth and Wimpy's at 792 U.S. Route 1 in Hancock. We're a lobster lover's dream. Win tickets to see the Tedeschi Trucks Band July 5th on the Bangor waterfront. Goose River Farm and Meat Store is conveniently located on Route 3 across from Hammond Lumber in Belfast. They have a wide selection of meat and poultry, including beef, pork, lamb, chicken, duck, rabbit, and turkey. Buy your steak and meats for grilling this summer.
You Bet Your Life.
No, they moved to the east side. I just sang it. You're talking to yourself now. You realize it.
Weekdays at 10 on ABC 7.
This week on the People's Court.
After 50 years that you guys have been friends, we're in court. I can't believe you're rolling your eyes. It's $350.
Plus,
he promised me a full refund.
Do you have any evidence of that? So, what are you going to say that's going to make me trust you?
All this week at 4 on ABC 7.
Welcome back, everyone. Bangor City Councilors have approved a budget plan for the coming year. The new $123.2 million budget will cover expenses for both the city and the school department. According to the Bangor Daily, the new budget will have the lowest tax rate since 2010, but because of rising property values, there will be a 10% increase in property tax bills next year.
A local organization that supports those navigating through substance use disorder has an important message. AJ Douglas has the story.
For somebody to be out on the streets or living in the woods or in a trap house, they don't feel like they amount to anything.
Fresh Start Sober Living is an organization that supports individuals recovering from substance abuse. The organization has sober living houses in the Bangor and Brewer area. Intake coordinator Ken Hutchings says most members of leadership have recovered from drug addiction themselves and can offer peer mentorship.
We know what they're going through. You know, we got to take it one day at a time.
The sober living facility currently has open bed availability. Residents would have a financial responsibility of paying $710 monthly. The fees offer full access to the housing unit and opportunities to connect with other resources in the community in hopes of supporting residents through their own unique challenges while in recovery.
We work very closely with drug court, Maine pretrial, federal and state probation. We work with the barn.
For those interested in living in one of Fresh Start Sober Living's houses, can apply via freshstartrecovery-maine.org. In Bangor, AJ Douglas for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, rain or shine, a group of kids from Orrington are offering their services to the community this week. Members of the East Orrington Congregational Church have decided for their latest mission project, they want to provide support right at home. Our Grace Blanchard got to see the work firsthand.
For the next week, you can find members of the East Orrington Congregational Church Youth Group working on service projects throughout the community.
So we decided to just reach out to the community, see what needs we could meet there. So we're spending the week clearing brush, painting, leveling steps, cleaning gravestones, things like that.
Traditionally, mission projects require traveling away, but this youth group wanted to do work on a more local level.
We've done it in the past in different areas, Portland, Machias, but we said, why not our own community?
They have a crew of 9 kids ranging from middle school to young adults, all pitching in.
Just having youth have something to know that they can actually be outside of the I and serve the we is just really remarkable, because when they do it, at the end of the week, they're just amazed at how fun it was, but also how they feel inside.
Just having fun. Like I said, if we're helping someone, putting a smile on someone's face, it's always fun to see.
And with their work, they hope to see improvements in community spirit.
If we can do a little good and spread a little bit of good cheer and some smiles just by going out and helping people, it makes the world a better place.
The youth group meets every Sunday from 5 to 7 and expect to continue into next week with any projects that don't get completed. In Orrington, Grace Blanchard, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
A nice thing they're doing there.
Definitely. I hope they did tick checks, though.
Yeah, right.
All right, the time now is 6:19. After the break, we'll hear from hikers who will soon undertake an over 100-mile hike in order to honor and memorialize veterans who have lost their lives in the line of duty.
Plus, we'll have an update regarding the near rebellion that took place in southern Russia this weekend. Those stories and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
Maine Adventure.
At Rennie's, we have an incredible selection of spring Carhartt at the best prices. We don't just sell it,
We wear it and we love it.
Thank you for shopping Rennie's.
Tesoro Italian Restaurant serves Bangor's best pizza, pasta, and sandwiches. Located in downtown Bangor across from the library. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 3 to 9, and Sunday, 3 to 8. The bar is also open 9 to 1 Friday and Saturday night. Come in and taste what everybody's talking about.
Jamar Construction Products in Bangor continues to grow to meet our customers' needs, supplying products for site work contractors, concrete contractors, and survey and safety supplies. We are proud to be the local dealer for Hilti, Valley Blades, U.S. Fabrics, and Euclid Chemical, plus so much more. Stop by and see us at 1270 Hammond Street or give us a call at 907-4491. If you dig it, pour it, plow it, fasten it, lay it, or lift it, Jamar Construction Products can help you.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
And to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
These local businesses would like to wish you a happy Independence Day, along with safe and fun celebrations all summer long.
Welcome back, everyone. A nonprofit dedicated to honoring Maine's fallen service members is celebrating its 10th anniversary. The Summit Project is marking this special occasion with a hike called the Heroes 100. Our Jody Hersey explains.
We have 10 hikers that will be hiking the 100-mile wilderness, moving on to the summit of Katahdin, so about 125 miles in total, and everybody honoring the fallen service members that will be carried along the way.
The Summit Project is a living memorial that honors fallen service members with ties to Maine who've died since September 11, 2001. Each hero is represented by a stone lovingly carried by volunteers on various hikes across the country. One of those volunteers is Old Town shop teacher and veteran Jeremy Aldridge. He'll be tackling the Heroes 100 at the end of June.
Some of the stones have been to Mount Everest and Kilimanjaro, all that kind of cool stuff. So we'll each have a stone that we're going to carry, and the one that I'm carrying is actually a soldier from my hometown, so it's another little added push to continue the mission.
It'll be a challenge hiking 10 miles a day for 10 days, but Summit Project volunteers and organizers have been training for months, and they say the journey is worth every step.
These men and women, what they gave to us is beyond anything that we could ever imagine, and what the families go through every day is truly a burden. So when we carry these stones, the weight that we carry with us in our packs is nothing in comparison to what the families carry with them every day of their lives.
The Heroes 100 will take place June 30th to July 9th. In Bangor, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Very nice. I'll be cheering them on. I won't be marching with them.
125 miles.
I would
That's
die.
Crazy. Yeah. Good for them.
Yeah, good for them, though.
Bringing awareness to a good cause and good for their bodies as well.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Okay, time now is 6:23.
Let's get a full look at that weather forecast.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Marilyn Monroe Spas. Sign up for your VIP spa membership today and access exclusive members-only services and benefits. It's the perfect gift for the summer. Alrighty, here we go. So we do have some advice to talk about. Though this is an aerial flood watch in itself for the northwestern parts of the state, lasting until about 10 p.m. later on this evening. Also, a dense fog advisory that will expire later on this morning as well. Further down to the south, though, that's also a small craft advisory that's posted, and some days will last until 8 p.m. later on as we head towards your Wednesday. So moving forward, though, again, we're watching the visibility. It's kind of reduced in a few spots down to 3 miles, while other spots down even less than that. So it's very hit and miss with the visibility this morning. So please keep that in mind with the fog. We will be dealing with that for most of the morning period. Also watching for showers and thunderstorms that are developing after this morning. We'll make sure to watch that as well. Some lightning showing up, so you may have had a little bit of a rude wake-up call, and this is the reason why. So we're watching for showers and thunderstorms that will continue to move in movement throughout the daytime period. So to zoom things out and give you the bigger picture, this is kind of a culprit right now as it moves in from the west going toward the east with showers and storms again. And chances will exist over the next few days, though. And again, some areas have been dry recently, so we could definitely use the rain, and this will definitely help things out. As a couple spots, though, kind of considered abnormally dry in a few parts of the state. So showers and thunderstorms today, very scattered in nature. A few dry hours expected as well. Later on tonight, not too bad, maybe a few storms, but by Wednesday, more showers and storms will be on the way yet again. We'll have to keep an eye on that, though, and that will continue again as we head towards Wednesday evening. So again, plenty of opportunity to watch for the showers and storms that will continue to develop. So we're going to run this through for the next few days. So it's going to be very localized and hit and miss. So with regards to the showers and storms, this thing has really pulled back since we last talked yesterday. Some areas can still see up to an inch or a little bit more before we're all finished up in a few spots between now and at least Saturday evening. So again, we'll keep an eye on this as things do develop over time. And again, a little bit of drought, abnormally dry to southeastern parts of the state, in the northern parts. So this was put out last Thursday. And of course, with rainfall on the way, this will be good news to help that out. So for today, lower 70, scattered thunderstorms, some fog early as well. As southeast wind getting up to around 25 miles per hour. By tonight, lower 60, scattered thunderstorms again, areas of dense fog. As south wind getting up to around 25 miles per hour. Tomorrow, upper 60, scattered thunderstorms, some fog again. As south wind getting up to around 25 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Marilyn Monroe Spas. A rather wet week on our way with plenty of showers and thunderstorms on the way and temperatures overall in the 60s and 70s.
If you like shopping at Rennie's, you might like working at Rennie's as well. Great benefits, 20% employee discount.
Whether it's a job or career, Rennie's has so much to offer. Store associate, customer service, human resources, delivery driver. Go to rennies.com for more info.
Do you want to improve or upgrade your home? Well, At Home Furniture, Appliance, and Bedding in Lincoln and Dover Foxcroft has got you covered. We pride ourselves in the relationships we build with every customer, from commercial businesses to homeowners. We have some of the best prices on the best brands of appliances, furniture, and mattresses, and we even offer full kitchen and bath remodels with a designer and installers on staff. So stop in today and check us out at one of our locations and see what we can do to make you feel at home.
ABC 7, Fox 22, Healing Hands Massage, and Ruth and Wimpy's want to send you to see Weezer live in concert on their indie rock road trip with special guests Future Islands and Joyce Manor, Friday, June 30th at the Main Savings Amphitheater in Bangor. Sign up to win tickets by registering at Healing Hands Massage in Hamden, providing professional massage services tailored specifically for our clients, and Ruth and Wimpy's at 792 US Route 1 in Hancock. We're a lobster lover's dream. Win tickets to see Weezer June 30th on the Bangor waterfront. General Rental Center has been serving Central Maine for more than 30 years with an extensive inventory, including mini track loaders with attachments, full-size track skid steer, track loader and backhoe, wheel loader with attachments, a 50-foot towable aerial lift, and a 45-foot self-propelled four-wheel drive lift. If you can't find it on our website, we can find it for you. Call for multi-day and weekend special rates.
If you like shopping at Rennie's, you might like working at Rennie's as well. Great benefits, 20% employee discount.
Whether it's a job or career, Rennie's has so much to offer. Store associate, customer service, human resources, delivery driver. Go to rennies.com for more info.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. A man accused of murdering 4 University of Idaho students is expected to appear in court today. Brian Koberger is likely to learn whether he'll be put to death if convicted. The 28-year-old criminology student is accused of killing the 3 students at their off-campus home last fall. A court hearing will be held today to consider the sharing of evidence and other matters. Idaho has not executed an inmate since 2012. And a new state law will soon take effect, which will authorize the use of a firing squad as a method of execution.
Moscow is still picking up the pieces after a near rebellion by its own mercenaries. Fox News senior foreign affairs correspondent Greg Palcott has more from Kyiv.
It was a nerve-wracking weekend here in Kyiv, watching tumultuous events next door in Russia. And now we're learning more about the fate of the leader of the short-lived mutiny. Yevgeny Prigozhin, the head of the Wagner mercenary group, releasing his first statement since ending his march on Moscow, claiming Wagner was, quote, bound to cease existence on July 1st. And he was only fighting back after the Russian military attacked his forces.
22 года.
We did not have the goal of overthrowing the existing regime and the legally elected government, which was said many times.
Wagner is now pulled out of the city of Rostov, but it's not clear exactly where they are or where Prigozhin is. He was supposed to go into exile in Belarus, but Russian officials today are saying they're still considering bringing charges, including mutiny and treason. One Ukrainian lawmaker told us Putin has suffered a huge loss.
He lost a lot of reputation within the Russia, and definitely he lost a lot of reputation among countries and leaders.
Some Russian units have been shifted and redeployed during the unrest, and now the Ukrainian military is trying to take advantage of the situation, making inroads across the front line, including on the Eastern Front and in the south, near Kherson.
I will keep making sure that our allies and our partners are closely aligned in how we are reading and responding to the situation. It's important we stay completely coordinated.
In Kyiv, Greg Palkot, Fox News.
Well, now to the audio recording of former President Donald Trump discussing confidential documents. We've known the recording is a critical piece of evidence in the federal indictment against him, but this morning we're hearing it for the first time. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the details.
This morning, ABC News has obtained the audio recording of former President Trump appearing to show off secret documents he did not declassify.
I just found, isn't that amazing? This totally wins my case, you know. Except it is like highly confidential, secret.
The conversation with aides and two people working on an autobiography of former Trump Chief of Staff Mark Meadows took place in 2021 at Trump's New Jersey golf club. The contents of the recording have previously been reported and are quoted in the Justice Department's indictment related to Trump's handling of classified documents after leaving office. But the recording itself has never before been heard publicly. Trump is heard railing against his former Joint Chiefs Chairman, General Mark Milley, while shuffling papers. And he references a document about attacking Iran in which Trump says Milley compiled.
He said that I wanted to attack Iran. Isn't it amazing? I have a big pile of papers. This thing just came up. Look. This was him. They presented me this. This is off the record, but they presented me this. This was him. This was the Defense Department and him.
The recording appears to undercut Trump's claim that he had declassified the documents before leaving office. Trump has pleaded not guilty to 37 federal charges, including conspiracy and obstruction. Prosecutors accuse him of illegally keeping classified documents at his Mar-a-Lago resort. After news broke that prosecutors were in possession of the recording, Trump claimed to Fox News that he was not referring to an actual document.
I didn't have a document per se. There was nothing to declassify. These were newspaper stories, magazine stories, and articles.
Trump says he had personal items mixed in with the documents, which is why he says he did not comply with a subpoena to return them. Reacting to the audio recording last night, Trump's campaign said the audio tape provides context proving once again that President Trump did nothing wrong at all. The president is speaking rhetorically. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
All right, still to come here on the second half of the newscast. The College of the Atlantic will soon introduce a new sculpture that will span the entire length of its campus.
We'll have the details on that and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
What can your John Deere compact tractor do? Attachments for any job. Financing that's as easy as...
like getting a library card.
Affordable.
You're going to get this bigger tractor, and it's going to be less money.
Dependable.
Through the rain, through the snow, I'll work through it all.
Comfortable.
And I haven't any idea how we survive without it.
Experience United and build a tractor package customized for you.
Hey, Red Sox fans, you've got to play You Pick 'em Red Sox at foxbangor.com. Local weekly winners receive prizes from Herman Meadow Golf Club or The Local. Register now at foxbangor.com. You Pick 'em Red Sox is sponsored by Bruns Chiropractic Clinic in Bangor, Eddington Store in Eddington, Maine Collision Center in Bangor, and Twin City Tile in Brewer.
Should I be selling right now? I gotta get a bigger place. What's my house worth? What do you think? What's my house really worth? How do I buy a house?
What if I don't have time to see it in person?
What is going on with this housing market?
You have questions. We can take the guesswork out of that. Contact a RE/MAX collaborative agent today. We service all of Maine.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Today is Tuesday, June 27th, 2023. Today is also National PTSD Awareness Day.
Post-traumatic stress disorder is a complex disorder caused by experiencing or witnessing trauma. The trauma necessary to cause PTSD can originate from many different types of events, potentially an accident, combat, a natural disaster, or an assault, the various types of assaults out there. But there are many other ways PTSD symptoms can arise as well. And a lot of behaviors and involuntary health reactions can occur because of having PTSD. A trained professional must diagnose it, and there are many treatment options available. They just have to be sought out.
That is the key. I know a lot of people that have dealt with that over the years and like keep it to themselves, and it starts causing problems. But there are things you can do. You just have to be willing to reach out your hand and accept some help.
Absolutely. And the diagnosis has changed over the years. I know a long time ago people would call it shell shock.
Sure.
But it's being normalized as something, you know, like this is something you have to address because it's affecting your well-being and maybe even the people around you's well-being. Although your well-being must come first, but still. It's tough too because not everybody has health insurance. So it's hard.
That's so true. And it's not just combat either. It could be a number of things that
all
cause
sorts of stuff.
So.
Yep.
All right, moving on now. On this day in history, back in 1923, the first ever aerial refueling occurred over the skies of Rockwell Field in California in 2 separate biplanes. In 1950, North Korean troops reached Seoul, and the United Nations asked members to aid South Korea, with Harry Truman ordering U.S. Air Force and Navy into the Korean conflict. And in 1954, the first atomic power station opened up, located near Moscow in Russia.
And in 1955, the first automobile seatbelt legislation was enacted in Illinois. I didn't realize it was that early.
Yeah, that's pretty early because I remember being a kid back around 1970 and we didn't have seatbelts in the cars then.
Right,
so we'd lay up in the back window going somewhere.
I know.
So
that's so crazy to me.
Yep.
And in 1980, the first female state police trooper graduated from the academy in New Jersey. Okay, moving on now to birthdays. Actor and film producer Tobey Maguire is 48 today. It's also the birthday of American writer, producer, and director J.J. Abrams, who's 57 today. He did Star Wars stuff. And reality TV star Khloe Kardashian is 39 today. Happy birthday to them.
Happy birthday to them. Yeah. All right, moving on to the weather now. It looks like the dreary weather will continue for a couple more days at least.
I know. I can't really hear the rain outside of our studio right now. Earlier, it sounded kind of nice. It was coming down heavy.
It was pouring about an hour ago out there. It's supposed to let up a little bit this morning, and then this afternoon, more rain moving into the area.
Yeah, definitely more from yesterday, it seems.
Yeah.
Here's Devin Biggs with the forecast.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Tuesday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Marilyn Monroe Spas. Sign up for your VIP spa membership today and access exclusive members-only services and benefits. It's the perfect gift for the summer. All right, here we are. So we're talking about plenty of advisories this morning. We have aerial flood watches in the northwestern parts of the state dropping later today at around 10 p.m. Also, dense fog advisories lasting through the morning period further off to the south and west. And, of course, issued as well, we do have some small crowd advisories also posted until 8 p.m. Wednesday evening, because the wave heights will look to get active moving forward. Let's talk about the fog, though. It's kind of hit and miss, though, depending on where you're at. Some areas seeing at around 3-mile visibility. Other spots like Augusta not looking very great either, but other areas not too bad, at least at this point. We're watching showers and even some thunderstorms that are developing this morning. So some of you may have experienced a little bit of a rude wake-up call with a little bit of lightning developing with some of these showers and thunderstorms moving in. We'll keep this going throughout the daytime period, though, with more waves that will be moving moving in from the south, going toward the north as this system continues to move in. So we'll keep an eye on this as it develops throughout the daytime period. So moving forward for today, more scattered showers and thunderstorms possible. Some dry hours included as well. But as we head towards your Wednesday, we'll be watching for more action that will begin to move in. As for the wind, not too bad yet, but we'll be watching for the winds increasing throughout the day with gusts up to 25 miles per hour in a few spots, with sustained winds maybe up to 12 to 15 miles per hour in a few areas. Hourly forecast for the rest of the daytime period showing showers and thunderstorms arriving later on again. Temperatures reaching for the 70s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
Thank you, Devin. Well, College of the Atlantic in Bar Harbor is teaming up with English sculptor Andy Goldsworthy to create a piece of art that will span the entire campus. The 1,500-foot-long sculpture is called Road Line and will be comprised of granite curbstone. It will start on Eden Street and run through the heart of campus, eventually ending at the ocean. The installment will be Goldsworthy's first sculpture in Maine.
I think Andy is really excited about the idea of the stone line being somewhat metaphorical to a student's kind of journey through not just college, but through life in general. I want people, and I think he wants people, to never look at curbstone the same way. Next time you're walking downtown somewhere and you see granite curbstone, you'll be reminded of this centuries-long industry.
The project will officially begin on July 29th and will take around 6 weeks to complete.
Neat.
Yeah. All right, still to come here this morning, Tyler Cruz will have the latest with sports.
Don't go away.
Established in 1925, Bangor Floral has been a premier provider of beautiful floral arrangements and thoughtful gifts for almost 100 years. Whatever the occasion, our premium collection of colorful blooms, blossoming plants, and gift baskets have warmed hearts for generations. We strongly support the Buy Local movement, purchasing directly from local farms and growers, and we are committed to the preservation of our environment. Bangor Floral, located at 332 Harlow Street. Stop in today to experience a flower shop like no other.
If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma or asbestos-related lung cancer, contact the law offices of Joe Bornstein to learn about your legal rights. Maine has the highest rate of mesothelioma fatalities in the U.S. You may be eligible to receive compensation if you were exposed to asbestos products while working in a shipyard, mill, factory, or construction site. For a free case evaluation, dial 207-CALL-JOE or online at joebornstein.com.
What's the least sexy thing your wife has ever worn in the bedroom?
Granny panties, Steve.
Don't miss Family Feud. Weekdays at 9 on ABC 7.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. We're going to start on the basketball court. Peach Jam is next week for Maine United. And for Newport's Cooper and Ace Flag, it's another step in their basketball journey. One that's taken them all the way to boarding at Montverde Academy in Florida at just 15 years old. But that experience is just helping them grow all around.
It's great to be back, see all my friends, spend time with them, just have fun.
Just been training, working out with Matt, sleeping in, seeing my family.
Newport basketball stars Cooper and Ace Flag are back in Maine, albeit temporarily, after their sophomore season playing prep ball at Montverde Academy.
The players we're practicing against every day, really great players, so it just got us so much better, and like the training of it, weightlifting, all of it was just so scheduled and like specific that it really helped boost us to the next level.
While the 6 a.m. practices at Nokomis with Coach Earl Anderson weren't all sunshine and rainbows, mentally getting used to that everyday grind in Florida has been one of their biggest improvements.
I think mentally I showed big leaps just because of how mentally challenging it can be at times with playing time and how physically hard we're working every day. So I think mentally and physically, I made big leaps.
The boys are living at the school, and it can get tough away from home alone, especially early on. But having each other as roommates is definitely a calming presence.
It was a lot different, obviously. First time ever being in the dorms, being away from our parents and our friends for like months at a time. Definitely got difficult at sometimes, but we were able to push through.
Obviously, I felt more comfortable than kind of having a stranger in there. So it kind of took that aspect out of it and kind of let me have a piece of home.
And as the summer goes on, the national attention keeps coming. Cooper was just re-ranked as the top recruit in his class, according to Rivals, but a lot of the noise surrounding them is just that, noise. And that tight circle they've kept throughout the years has really helped them stay the course.
I think that's something that kind of my family and my parents have really preached to me since I was young, was just keeping our circle tight and having really good people around us at all times and just being able to help navigate through this whole thing. So I think that's really helped, just from a young age. We've had our circle tight.
All right, wishing them luck over in Peach Jam next week. Let's go to some golf now. On Monday at the Penobscot Valley Country Club, Penobscot Valley Conference, coaches, athletic administrators, and more gathered for the 22nd Joe Paul Memorial Golf Tournament. The tournament funds the Joe Paul Memorial Scholarship Fund, giving to 12 Penobscot Valley Conference scholar athletes with a grade point average of 90 or higher. Paul was an athletic director at Orono High School. He was an assistant principal. The list really goes on and on with him. And in raising money in his name and giving back to the kids in his name, everyone there on Monday is carrying on the legacy of someone whose life made many lives better.
I take reunions around every summer and to listen to the stories about Joe. And what he meant to them, never a negative word about him. And that's hard to do, being an assistant principal, right? If you're doing your job, you're probably not liked by everyone. I have never heard a poor word spoken about the man, and having known him personally, I certainly can allude to the fact that just a great family man, great sporting man, great coach. Just everything that he did was for kids.
Didn't know the job of an athletic director is a lot. Scheduling for all of the teams, the communication, and then on the event day, they help with admissions, crowd control, you name it. So while their paths cross during the season, Monday really serves as a great way for everyone to get together in a much more relaxed environment.
Yeah, no, it's a fun day for everyone to kind of reconnect. You know, we're all busy all year long, and kind of the only time that you really see each other is in competition, and your mind's going 1,000 places. And so this is just a nice day for everyone to get together and honor him and the family and do something good for the PBC and you know, see each other and socialize and have a good time doing it.
Sounds awesome. Hope everybody had a good time up there. Let's go to some basketball now. Down in southern Maine, the Maine Celtics teamed up to renovate the basketball court at the Portland clubhouse of the Boys and Girls Club of Southern Maine. And as part of the event, several Maine Celtics and Celtic staffers were in attendance on Monday afternoon for the ribbon-cutting ceremony, including Maine Celtics general manager Jarrell Christian. Christian also serves as a player development coach with the Celtics in Boston, and here are his thoughts on the move that brought in Kristaps Porzingis but sent Marcus Smart to the Grizzlies.
Oh, he's obviously a really good, high-level player, you know, and that's something that we're always looking for. You know, we're always talking about trying to win the next banner. And I think he's definitely going to help us achieve that. You know, it's obviously going to be a huge void that we're going to have to conquer by committee, you know, and he's done so much for the community in Boston and for the Celtics organization. So it's definitely a bittersweet moment. But I'm excited for the organization moving forward. I'm also excited for Marcus and his family.
Bittersweet, probably a perfect way to describe that. That's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Wow, with fuel prices quickly rising and no end in sight, isn't it time to give Black's Heat Pumps a call? Did you know heat pumps could save you up to 50% on your heating bill? Our experts can handle all your commercial and residential work and provide you with quality installation, repair, and maintenance. Give us a call today for a free estimate. Our number one priority is to save you money and keep you comfortable all year long. Get the service you deserve. Find us at blacksheatpumps.com and on Facebook.
Mad Cat & Company in the North Brewer Shopping Plaza invites you to host your next event with us. We are much more than just a bar. Our event room is designed to host any type of event, formal or casual. Family gatherings, birthday parties, corporate parties, club meetings, fundraisers, or weddings and receptions. We've got you covered. Our open floor plan can adequately seat 100 or more people, and we can assist you with food, drinks, and entertainment as well. Call or visit our website today.
Do you want to improve or upgrade your home? Well, At Home Furniture, Appliance, and Bedding in Lincoln and Dover Foxcroft has got you covered. We pride ourselves in the relationships we build with every customer, from commercial businesses to homeowners. We have some of the best prices on the best brands of appliances, furniture, and mattresses, and we even offer full kitchen and bath remodels with a designer and installers on staff. So stop in today and check us out at one of our locations and see what we can do to make you feel at home.
Welcome back, everyone. A group of craftspeople inspired some sheer joy as they presented their donation to a local cancer institute. Through the International Back-to-Back Wool Challenge, the mainly spinners were able to raise nearly $3,000. The competition consisted of 2 sections. The first part is creating a sweater completely from scratch, which includes shearing a sheep and spinning the wool into yarn. The second part is raising funds for cancer research and treatment through donations and sponsors. Everything raised was donated to Northern Lights Champion the Cure program.
I think all of us have had family or friends that have been afflicted with cancers of one form or another, and so it feels good to be able to contribute to either the care or the research for future, hopefully successful survivors.
The mainly spinners placed 3rd overall in that international competition.
Wow.
Good for them. They should feel very proud.
Yeah. I wonder if they offer classes. That's very cool. Like shearing the wool themselves.
Yeah, from the beginning to end, they do the whole thing.
That's so cool.
So,
yeah. All right. Well, moving on now. I think I hear the rain.
You know, an hour ago, it was pouring out there, and right now there's some guy out mowing the lawn.
Really?
It was like 6:45, and I heard, it can't be, but I looked out and some guy's out mowing the lawn right now.
It's been really tough for the landscape people out there, the landscaping people.
You can't take the day off if it's raining these days.
Right.
You know?
I know. I mean, you're not making any money, and people still need their lawns mowed.
Yeah.
It's
It looks
tough.
good. He's doing a great job.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. It's not in the rain. He's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now here's meteorologist Evan Biggs with our full weather forecast.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Marilyn Monroe Spas. Sign up for your VIP spa membership today and access exclusive members-only services and benefits. It's the perfect gift for the summer. Alrighty, here we go. So we do have some advice to talk about. Though this is an aerial flood watch in itself for the northwestern parts of the state, lasting until about 10 p.m. later on this evening. Also, a dense fog advisory that will expire later on this morning as well. Further down to the south, though, that's also a small craft advisory that's posted, and some days will last until 8 p.m. later on as we head towards your Wednesday. So moving forward, though, again, we're watching the visibility. It's kind of reduced in a few spots down to 3 miles. While other spots down even less than that. So it's very hit and miss with the visibility this morning. So please keep that in mind with the fog. We will be dealing with that for most of the morning period. Also watching for showers and thunderstorms that are developing after this morning. We'll make sure to watch that as well. Some lightning showing up, so you may have had a little bit of a rude wake-up call, and this is the reason why. So we're watching for showers and thunderstorms that will continue to move in throughout the daytime period. So to zoom things out and give you the bigger picture, this is kind of a culprit right now as it moves in from the west going toward the east with showers and storms again. And chances will exist over the next few days, though. And again, some areas have been dry recently, so we could definitely use the rain, and this will definitely help things out. As a couple spots, though, kind of considered abnormally dry in a few parts of the state. So showers and thunderstorms today, very scattered in nature. A few dry hours expected as well. Later on tonight, not too bad, maybe a few storms, but by Wednesday, more showers and storms will be on the way yet again. We'll have to keep an eye on that, though, and that will continue again as we head towards Wednesday evening. So again, plenty of opportunity to watch for the showers and storms that will continue to develop. So we're going to run this through for the next few days. So it's going to be very localized and hit and miss. So with regards to the showers and storms, this thing has really pulled back since we last talked yesterday. Some areas can still see up to an inch or a little bit more before we're all finished up in a few spots between now and at least Saturday evening. So again, we'll keep an eye on this as things do develop over time. And again, a little bit of drought, abnormally dry to southeastern parts of the state, in the northern parts. So this was put out last Thursday. And of course, with rainfall on the way, this will be good news to help that out. So for today, lower 70 scattered thunderstorms, some fog early as well. Southeast wind getting up to around 25 miles per hour. By tonight, lower 60 scattered thunderstorms again, areas of dense fog. South wind getting up to around 25 miles per hour. Tomorrow, upper 60 scattered thunderstorms, some fog again. South wind getting up to around 25 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Marilyn Monroe Spas. A rather wet week on our way with plenty of showers and thunderstorms on the way, and temperatures overall in the 60s and 70s.
Ladies, a main adventure.
At Rennie's, we have a great selection of ladies' dresses and summer sandals. Lots of styles, lots of colors. Get to Rennie's.
Thank you for shopping Rennie's.
Jamar Construction Products in Bangor continues to grow to meet our customers' needs, supplying products for site work contractors, concrete contractors, and survey and safety supplies. We are proud to be the local dealer for Hilti, Valley Blades, U.S. Fabrics, and Euclid Chemical, plus so much more. Stop by and see us at 1270 Hammond Street or give us a call at 907-4491. If you dig it, pour it, plow it, fasten it, lay it, or lift it, Jamar Construction Products can help you.
Weezer Indie Rock Road Trip. Coming your way Friday, June 30th, Maine Savings Amphitheater, Bangor, Maine. Weezer live. Special guests, Future Islands and Joyce Manor. On sale now at waterfrontconcerts.com. Weezer. Don't miss out.
Do you want to improve or upgrade your home? Well, At Home Furniture, Appliance, and Bedding in Lincoln and Dover Foxcroft has got you covered. We pride ourselves in the relationships we build with every customer, from commercial businesses to homeowners. We have some of the best prices on the best brands of appliances, furniture, and mattresses, and we even offer full kitchen and bath remodels with a designer and installers on staff. So stop in today and check us out at one of our locations and see what we can do to make you feel at home.
It is one heck of a house, and you can't beat the price.
Donald Faison guest stars.
You would be the perfect family to integrate a neighborhood.
Let's buy it. This is the perfect spot for the Black Panthers. Kim, they deserved it.
The Wonder Years, new Wednesday on ABC.
And if you thought dolphins couldn't get any cuter, listen to this. A study published in the journal Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences says that female bottlenose dolphins tend to change their tone when addressing their calves. Researchers recorded the signature whistle of 19 mother dolphins in Florida when joined by their young offspring and when they were alone or with other adults. The findings show the mother's whistle pitch is higher and her pitch range is greater when she's addressing her young. Dolphin calves tend to stay with their mothers for an average of at least 3 years.
Makes sense.
Wow.
You know, my mom's pitch of her voice changes too from time to time when she's talking to us.
Yes.
You know, it's usually, Charlie!
Yeah,
you know,
right.
What are you doing now?
Right. Dolphins are so smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty neat. Oh, finally, President Joe Biden wants to bring high-speed internet to everyone. The Biden administration announced more than $40 billion would be distributed across the country to ensure high-speed internet is universally accessible by 2030. President Biden says internet access is a, quote, absolute necessity, and his administration is working with service providers to lower costs. The funding will go to all 50 states, U.S. territories, and the Washington, D.C. area. The Federal Communications Commission reports more than 7% of the U.S. is currently underserved. As we heard at the beginning of our show earlier, Maine's getting a chunk of that money also.
Right, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if it was more than 7% too.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, looks like we're about out of time for today.
Hope you have a great day, everyone.